Welcome back to Lotus on Track, where we're here on the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit for the Lotus Festival. This is action for the Lotus on Track Elite Trophy, where Rob Boston in the blue number 9 car just leads the way from Andrew Bentley in the white 86 machine. The pair of them very much the class of the field. They've broken well clear of Ken Savage, who's currently in third, but it's been an absolutely frenetic fight between the pair of them, with Boston forcing his way into lead after Andrew Bentley made a slight error at Westfield, but Bentley looks to fight back into Surtees, dives to the inside of Rob Boston, who was rather caught napping there. He took a very wide line in to Surtees, and that was a gaping hole for Andrew Bentley to move ahead of Boston. Rob Boston, though, looking to fight back, the car really twitching and squirming on the brakes into Hawthorn. The pair of them nose to tail as they then sprint into Westfield. That is where Bentley slithered wide a couple of moments ago to enable Boston to go through, and Bentley does much the same thing this time around, though it's going to be much more closely contested as they climb towards Sheen. It's Rob Boston who just thrusts his way towards the head of the field. They sprint past P. Ketvel, who is making his race debut this weekend around Stirling's, and then plunging down the hill back into Clearways as we move towards the latter stage of this race. This is the battle that's ongoing for 7th position and 6th between Neil Stoddart, Mark Yates, and then also Nigel Ayres and Martin Wills. Very much part of this scrap. Ed Morris, who was with them, has broken clear in 5th position. It's Wills who looks to the inside of Nigel Ayres and takes the place as they work through Westfield. Good to see Neil Stoddart showing so strongly this weekend, and Mark Yates, always a consistent top 10 runner. A pair of them just able to put a bit of daylight, I would say, between themselves. Those round, there was a little bit of smoke there coming from Rob Boston's car. Let's hope that that's not the precursor for anything too serious, but Boston may have a little bit of an issue emerging. Fortunately for him, we are really very late in the race, and Andrew Bentley senses blood here. He may well scent oil as well, because the white smoke continues to come from Rob Boston's car as the pair of them run side by side down into Hawthorn's. Andrew Bentley trying around the outside line, but Boston keeps the car to the inside and will hold on to that lead, but the checkered flag cannot come soon enough here for Rob Boston, because once you see that white smoke, you really do know, particularly at this stage of the race, when the white smoke emerges, that's not an oil overfill, that is maybe a case of being on borrowed time. So the pair of them sliding through Sheen as Neil Stoddart and Martin Wills continue their fight with Mark Yates. It's still Yates who just prevails, but this has been a really fine drive from Martin Wills. He's been in the thick of the action really from the moments the light went out, but heading through Clearways then and accelerating along the Bramham Straight. Rob Boston has got the advantage here over Andrew Bentley, and that should well be sufficient as he comes through, takes the checkered flag, and another victory in the Lotus on Track Elite Trophy. Frustration for Andrew Bentley. Another second place. Ken Savage has come through in third, but Mark Yates, a very, very hard fought 6th position for him from Neil Stoddart and Martin Wills on the line. Nigel Ayres, also great to see him up in the top 10. A little bit further down, Nigel Hannam has got Neil Livesey and Clive Willis on his tail, and it's Livesey who's going to get the jump on Willis here as they sprint towards the line. Also, Dan Plant is trying to become part of that scrap as well as they cross almost 4 abreast. So here is the final classification with victory for Boston. Andrew Bentley in 2nd, Ken Savage completing the podium from Craig Denman and Ed Morris, and then Mark Yates in 6th from that battle we saw. Tez Rudstock, also good to see him up in the top 10. The trophy presentation's done. Time to celebrate with the champagne on the rostrum.
Yeah, it was good. Really pleased with the win. Wasn't all plain sailing though. It was obvious at the end of the first lap that I picked up an issue. We think it's either drive shaft and or gearbox. So yeah, it started to smell quite burning by mid-distance and vibrating quite a lot. So we've got some work to do for the cup race, but yeah, very happy to win the trophy race.
I should be happy with 2nd, shouldn't I? The Hang 111 team did an amazing job. We had an engine blow up in qualifying after one flying lap, and we were on grid 2 for yesterday's race. We didn't get out in yesterday's race, so it's the team being up till 3 o'clock this morning, put the engine in. We haven't had any chance to even run it in the paddock, so it was literally the green flag lap was to make sure that there was nothing coming out of it, and then off we go. And yeah, the first lap was awesome, great, really great start, 8th to 1st in about I think 2 corners, 3 corners. and then I just gapped everybody. Bit unfortunate about the safety car, but you know, that's racing. And I made a little mistake out the back when the rain came. I was just pushing just to try and get away from Rob, and you know, yeah, that's one of those things where I'm just happy to actually be on the grid, let alone be challenging for first. And Rob came past me, had a problem with his gearbox, and after that I couldn't see anything. I'm sliding about on his oil, so that was that challenge done really. So not a lot I could do about it, unfortunately.
It was a good race, really enjoyed it. Fantastic to be on the podium, not as much on the podium as last season, so every time I get here it's a bit special.
And you've got the cup race later on this afternoon. You hopeful for that?
Well, yeah, I should do reasonably well. I don't think I'll be. It depends if Rob's racing or not. But anything can happen in an hour's race, so fingers crossed and see what happens.
We're here down at Brands Hatch at the karting circuit, and we've got Gary here with us. Gary, can you tell us a bit about what's going on today?
We're here at the Lotus Festival, and there are this various Lotus clubs. So Selloc, the Lotus Elan Club, and there are several others. And we've been invited to take part in a sort of inter-club karting race, 2 heats of 10 minutes and a final. But the weather's great, and it looks like it's going to be good fun.
Great, and what club are you here with today?
I'm with the Lotus Elan Club.
And it can get quite competitive, do you think?
I think it will be. It's obviously with the weather and a few hot-blooded males, then yes, it could be interesting.
So we just finished the final of the karting, and we're here with Jez, the winner. Well done.
Thank you very much.
How did you find it?
Yeah, it's a bit warm today, so I've taken on plenty of fluids, but it was the longest 10 minutes of my life.
And who are you representing today?
So we're representing the VX220 club. As you can hear all my supporters in the background, bless them.
And have you been enjoying the rest of the weekend?
Yeah, I'll have a look around the stands now and then watch some racing this afternoon.
Coming up, we've got more fantastic racing with the Lotus Cup UK.